So this video is going to cover a few things on installing one of these. This particular one is a Sena. This one's a 10S motorcycle Bluetooth communication system. So a couple things about this, and I've had this for almost 2 years, and I'm putting another one in. So I'll do a walkthrough on how to install it. It's pretty easy. I guess they normally do the unboxing part. Yeah, there's a box. It goes in the trash. We'll show the rest of this stuff. If I got to show you how to take it out of a box, you're not smart enough to find this video on YouTube. So there you go. You're not insulted because you're too stupid to find this video. So good. But we'll go over the Sena. My review on it after 2 years. Great. Not a problem. We don't have to spend more than 10 seconds on that thing. It's been fantastic. And I mean, I beat the hell out of my helmets. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the old one I got that's got a Sena on it. It works great. You can see this one's only a year old, and I beat it. And I don't put a lot of money. It's a LS2. Maybe I should spend more money to protect my skull, but I just beat them up too bad. I bought a built Roadster helmet that came with everything included, the whole communication system, and it was $300. It didn't fit my head right. As you can see, my new helmet, they're XL because I have a big fat head, and it just didn't fit right. So now I got this $300 helmet with this communication system it came with. It kind of was built for the helmet, and you couldn't really transfer it. You could, but you had to really do a lot of work. And plus, it sucked. I thought it was terrible. Turned out, I gave that helmet to somebody, and she says it works great because she has a tiny head. And the problem with these things is the motorcycle helmets, the ear holes are never where human beings' ears are. And that's why you get a lot of reviews from these things. People say, well, it's too quiet, I can't hear it. Cranked up loud, it's tinny and tiny. That's why they don't like it, because their ears aren't where they're at. And I'll show you on my helmet. And almost everybody have to do this. I had to kind of hack it where the circle is. That's where the ear pits are supposed to be. Your ears aren't going to be there. I took them and moved them around, and what I did was I put a little bit of white out on the back of the thing, and I moved it right where my ears were, where it sounded best, and then I just tore the shit out of the helmet and put it where it was supposed to be. But that gets covered with padding, so that worked out all right. I'm not showing you really well. So that's pretty much what happens, and we'll probably have to do that on this one. That's the whole key. Is all the complaints people have, they can't hear them because their ears aren't there. They can't get them right, and that's what you're probably going to have to do. So what's nice about these is now that I have 2 of them and I have a spare helmet, when I really screw up and do this to my helmet, I'll hang it upside down on the handlebars on a bright sunny day, and I'll go into work or in the house, and there's a giant thunderstorm, and now I've got a bucket full of water upside down, and I've screwed my helmet up. And these things survive. They're fine. They've been soaked and underwater. I have a dirt bike. I have an electric motorcycle. I'm that big of a nerd, but I also have a dirt bike version, and I have taken a spill and dumped the helmet underwater and hosed these things off. They're great. There's no problem with them. I'm not going to get too specific on these. This one, even though it's a Sena 10S, I'm going to try to make it generic so this works for all of them, because there's a few good ones, and this thing was like $200. The helmet, $40. But this can transfer from one helmet to the other all day long. I get a new helmet, I'll take this off, put that on. What's nice about this is you push the button, and this guy's going to pop off and charge. And I can bring it in the house and charge it. Or I can also, on my motorcycle, I have a cigarette lighter adapter. I can throw it in the glove box and charge it in there if it dies. But this thing lasts 3, 4, 5 days on the battery. Now what I can do is, if I do let it die, I just go to my other helmet, grab that one, and snap it back on here. So that's nice to have. This particular model, you can communicate up to, I think, 4 people. I'm not sure, you'd have to look that up, but it's like up to between 4 other units you can communicate back and forth. I don't have 4 friends. That's why I have 2 of these units, so maybe I can talk to myself. I don't know. But I don't use it for that. I use it for music and turn-by-turn directions through my phone, and this is great for phone calls. The mic doesn't pick up the wind. People don't even know I'm on the motorcycle. I have often lied and said I was in my office and I'm cruising down the road on the motorcycle, and they can't tell. Oh shit, I'm busted now. Oh well. And so I love these things. They're great. Plus, since I have an electric motorcycle, I don't have that engine noise I got to overcome. And I don't get that. Maybe you guys can throw it in the comments how when you have this stereo on your motorcycle blasting tinny music for the whole neighborhood as you're driving through to listen to, why not use one of these, or at least some cheap earplugs in the helmet? You know, sometimes that can be painful. But I don't understand why they got the speakers on the motorcycle and it's tinny and it sounds like hell. Now, like I said, I'm nerdy. I have an electric motorcycle, so it doesn't bother me. I still do this for a couple of reasons. This music sounds way better when it's encased in the helmet. I can talk on the phone. It's much better, and it's still not so loud that I can't hear traffic around me. I have to pay attention with an electric motorcycle because people can't hear me, so I have to make sure I'm watching them. But that works great for that. Also, when you're wearing a helmet, the music's even tinnier coming from the speakers, and I don't get the whole, I know it's your right, you don't want to wear a helmet, go for it. I'm not going to get into a 9-hour discussion with that. All I can say at my age, this is broken, but this still works. So I want to hang on to this for a little while. At least some people think it still works. So I'm wearing a helmet all the time, and that's just me. Go ahead and put in the comments how big of a baby I am, whatever, but that's just what's going to happen. And when I'm a vegetable from my motorcycle accident and my body's in a bucket, my brain will still work and I'll just keep bitching. So enough of that crap. So what I'll do is I'll break this helmet down. We won't go through that because your helmet might be different. I'll break it down and then I'll come back and we'll start installing it. Before we do that, I'll show you some of the stuff it comes with. So we got little sticky pads with Velcro. We'll figure out what those are for. It gives you several different thicknesses. This is where the ear pads, the speakers go. So how close you want them to your head. It gives you a few different thicknesses, or you can stack them if your helmet's really too big for you, I guess. I'm not sure. You get 2 mics. You get a boom mic. The boom mic I have on my other helmet, I pushed it away so it's out of the way because it's always in my face, and I just feel ridiculous with that thing in my face. You know, I'm not a rap singer. I think I'm going to go with this guy that's going to go on the face shield, and we'll try. Like I said, they're great. You don't pick up the wind. I'll give this a try. You just unplug it and change it if it sucks. So we'll see how that works. This little tag thingy that, I think it's called a tag thingy. I'm going to guess it's for the microphone wire. We'll figure that out too. I don't remember. And then a couple of different options for the bracket to snap it onto your helmet. So I said I'll go ahead and break this helmet down and we'll start playing. Okay, I've got the helmet all broke down. Just yanked the stuff on, snapped it. I didn't take this neck piece off because on this particular helmet it's a bite in the shorts to get back on. And if you did it wrong, you got this wire poking you in the neck. So first thing you're going to do is mount this guy, and it gives you a couple of options. This one is a sticker that you put right here, or where you want it. I happen to want mine on this side because I have my visor, my what do you call it, a flippy lever for the visor. I got to take all the stickers off, and right there, and I like everything on that side. I was a little worried about this because I've got a $200 thing, like I said, attached to a $40 helmet, and if this sticker fails, I lose this. Sort of, it'll dangle from the string and piss me off. But after me beating the hell out of the helmet for 2 years, getting it wet, this thing stayed on the other helmet. It's still stuck on this piece of crap pretty good, and that's fine. I mean, the sticker's a 3M sticker. I like to do commercials for 3M. If that's what it says on it, then it works. But they have another option. Is this guy that can go on there, and you put the screws through it, and it'll go through your helmet, and you can use it like a clamp to clamp it on mechanically, and that'll be great. Except for that to work, I'll have to cut a hole through this and slide it through, which doesn't bother me. It's like it's a cheap helmet. But since that sticker works so well, I'm gonna stick with it. Stick with it. What a nerd. All right. So we'll get this slowly off. I didn't get my nails done. So, and this don't come back off, so where you put it is where it's gonna go. And I looked at my other helmet, and it's right about there. And then we take this guy here, and it's got two little hooks. They'll slide into these slots. Get this out of the way. Just like that. It's not a rocket ship. Then you screw these back in on the back. You getting that? Yeah. Come on, get in the hole. Kept going sideways on me. Couldn't get it in the hole. It happens as you get older. And in case you don't own any tools at all, they give you this super fancy Allen key, and this is really all you need, unless you have to do some trimming to make the ear holes fit or something. Damn, that's a long screw. They use these big long screws to hold this onto the bracket, and then they give you a sticker to hold onto the helmet. So maybe they could have shortened the screws a little bit. So now we'll take this wire tie, turn counterclockwise, and remove it. There we go. And look, they're all labeled, so even I can figure it out. Is this the right or left? We'll only reach one side, so they don't have to label that. I'm gonna poke a hole in this spot so I can slide all the wiring through. I'm that big of a butcher. So I'll just give it a little nip right here. I'm sure I just voided the warranty on this helmet. There we go. And depending on what helmet you have, you may or may not have to do anything like this. Alright, so then I'm going to take the earpieces and put them in the holes that they're supposed to be in, although I probably shouldn't, because I already know on this helmet that they're going to have to mount lower. I think that's what I'll do. I'll look at the helmet that I have, because it's the same helmet, the same size, and I'll lower it. But like I said, what you do is you go ahead and use the stickers. There's a couple of them you can change back. Put them in there where the earpieces go, or just shove them in there and move them around. And maybe with some whiteout or, I don't know, some ketchup. Who the hell cares? Something that's going to make a mark to figure out where they are, and then you'll trim the helmet with I'm gonna use either a rotozip or a Dremel tool, and I'll go ahead and do it. We'll do that now. Okay, so I thought about it for a minute, and I was gonna cut this out with the rotozip or the Dremel tool, but then I thought not everybody has a rotozip or a Dremel tool, and quite possibly it's because you just spent $200 on this Sena thing and all you can afford is an X-Acto knife. We'll do that. We'll use this because you've got at Harbor Freight rotozips are like $8, and they're gonna last about long enough to do this. But we'll just use it this way. That way anybody can do it. It doesn't really matter. A good sharp, very sharp pocket knife, this kind of sharp, kind of dull X-Acto knife will do it. And I kind of zoomed in a little too much there. Yikes. There we go. Let's see if we can see that. All right. So like I said on mine, it's a little lower. I already know the spot. But you really could just open that hole up pretty big, and so you can move the sticker around or put your own, oh crap, your own stickers on it. All right. But mine was right about here. It's like a little half moon was showing. So I'm going to trim this plastic out of the way and take this out with the X-Acto knife. It's going to look like a hack job, but then it's going to get covered by everything. And it's going to look like a hack job because that's kind of what it is. So we'll just come across here. And this won't be the same on every helmet. Couple of good deep cuts and following your original cut. That should kind of snap off. Maybe tear. Tearing's good too. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing over here on this one. Not cut your strap because that would kind of suck. Alright, now I'm just going to kind of hack all that crap out of there. It's hard to get it on the camera. Ended up cutting it down here. Probably should have cut that a little lower. And that half moon will show. Yeah, I'm going to go a little lower. I'm going to go a lot lower. Damn, that was sharper than I thought. There we go. Now I'll hack all this out of there. You know, if somebody can come up with a tool that'll work nice for this, go ahead and throw it in the comments for everybody else. But not something that's expensive and hard to get. Something, maybe hot butter knife. Hell, I don't know. This really isn't too bad. Even though I'm kind of hacking everything out of there. I mean, you could paint this black again if you were really that big of a dork, but it's all going to get covered. Oh, really good idea is to throw a piece of padding down on your bench like this so you don't scratch up your brand new helmet. I can reserve that for later. There we go. So now I'll take my little sticker and throw it in here. I went a little lower. We've got the half moon still showing up there. And then you put this guy on. Now this has a little thing that says remove this film before use. Could it be that some of these people that are complaining it's tinny could not read? Yeah, it's possible. And then you got a little foamy thingy, I think is what it's called. You throw that on there. just the edge. This will catch the Velcro and hang on. And you could stick that directly on the Velcro, or they give you these different things to size it. I'm gonna go with this, whoops, with this one medium one, because I kind of think that's what I did on the other helmet. But you would just take these on and off and fit them until you're happy. And there we go. Kind of looks like a butcher job, because that's what it is. You could actually put them on your circle first and then try it. You might be the one guy whose ears are up there and it works, or maybe you got them lowered. That, you know, there's that stupid joke that they always tell you when you get your hair cut, that you got your ears lowered. And now I think about that, maybe that's what's wrong with me. Maybe I need to let my hair grow. You know, I got this hair that turns into Sideshow Bob if I let it grow long, and maybe that'll raise my ears up. I don't know. So anyway, here's the plug for the right speaker. They're not marked right and left because they'll only reach one side or the other. And you sit here and fiddle with it until you get it to work the way it's supposed to. It was only a 50-50 shot, and as you see, 50-50 shot, I got it wrong 4 times. Yeah. So I got that wire I got to stick somewhere. And the microphone. We'll throw this in there. And that's the red one. And that's the only one that's different. And by the way, the wrong wire will plug into there, but they make a different color for us, and it only fits in the right way. So I'm going to take this and just stick it right on the screen, and we'll try that. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to go with this, because I have it on my helmet. It's mounted so it's like right there, and I tip it out of the way and it works great. But we'll see. We'll give this one a try. So now I know what this guy is for. This is to hold your wire out of the way. I wish they gave me another one. So I'll throw a sticker on there. Yeah, let's make the video another 20 minutes. Watch me peel this sticker. We'll put it back here so it runs a long way. It doesn't bunch up as much. Can we see that? Okay. So I've got, we won't put the microphone wire there. I'll do this. Where? There it is. And there we go. And the padding is going to snap in and keep all this stuff from dangling in your face. And you can go ahead and mount it with some other stickers if you're into that sort of thing, but I don't think it's necessary. So now we'll snap all the padding back in. That microphone's dangling out of there. Just 2 in the back. side pieces. Always good to have a side piece. Let's see. Make sure if I switch these, is that going to be a problem? Yep, that would be a problem. Oh, by the way, I guess I should have showed that I did the other side with the Dremel tool, but gee, doesn't it look so much better? No, it doesn't matter, because you're going to cover it anyway. Through the magic of video, I'm going to show how easy this was to shove through there. Ready? Click and done. Then you snap these guys on. Now I ran the wire underneath this strap so the wire doesn't come dangling out my face, and we'll see how that works. On this helmet, this back snap is a pain in the ass. Finally, the gut paid off. I was able to use that to my advantage. On this helmet, it has this Velcro chin strap that goes under here, and I can't stand it. It bugs me, so off it goes. Go ahead and cringe. There will be comments that say that cutting this little Velcro strap off will violate the DOT rating, safety rating. It will eliminate that, and they're probably right. But I'll put a video for FortNine. He's got a lot of good stuff. I'll put a link to it, and he'll tell you what those ratings are worth. You're really on your own, unless you really spend some cash. He's got a pretty good video that'll explain it better than I do. And we'll go ahead and snap everything else on. Maybe I'll take this shield off so I don't run into a tree. Yeah. Throw my clips on. I believe these are called snappy things. Oh, they're a bitch sometimes. Don't forget to lock them, because your shield will fall off when you're going down the road. There's a reason I know that. Come on, get in the hole. Open, close. What are you doing? I wonder if I should cut this part out or just let you enjoy me struggling. So if I take the microphone, which I've lost, and I stick it, I don't know, right there, that'll be out of the way. We'll give this a try. Jeez, the guy does have a big head. Holy crap. Okay. Throw that on there, and I'll put the sticker right about there. That's not too intrusive. I think that'll work well. There we go. That's good. And plus, so I put the little sticker here. I thought they'd have a little wrong one, but it's just the oval one. Maybe this is the right sticker. Who cares? I could trim it, whatever. But I'm going to stick it here. And then, is it possible that other thing I used in the back was to take care of this? I don't think so. I just tuck that in there, and that really won't bother me. I think that's pretty good. We'll hook it up, turn it on, and see where we're at. Is it dead? Probably. Nope, it's not. Okay, so let's throw it on, and I'll just see if I got the speakers right by listening to the lady say hello and goodbye. Nice and loud. That's perfect. Now I could go into how to program this. There's better videos. Guys have done a better job, and I'll put the link on there if you're interested in the Sena 2. I'll put a bunch of links in there to show you, how to do it. That's not too bad. It's not all beat up. You know what? I could just use the old helmet on my dirt bike version, or maybe what I'll do is I'll clean it up. I'll do an airbrush video. How to airbrush a helmet. I'll do like a Joe Dirt Flames or something really stupid on there. Yeah, and we'll do a video on how to do that. There's only thousands of those, but I'll throw another one in the pot. We'll see. But that's pretty much the installation. I hope it wasn't more than 10 minutes. Any comments you want to share to help out any installation issues, anything you think I might have done wrong, go ahead. Call me whatever you want. Throw it down there. I won't delete it. Thanks for watching.